If you've ever watched Chris Rock's special talking about how come every woman you meet who's shy is never from the same hometown that you meet her in. She moves away to get shy. I mean, because she was a hoe in another town. Winners reinvent themselves. This has been shown over and over and over and over throughout history. It's called branding and marketing. Just because you start out one way and you have a losing record doesn't mean you have to live the rest of your life that way. You can reinvent yourself, even right now. Someone on the live stream last night, when I was talking about appearance, image, and corporate America, asked a question about what if you have a criminal history? What do you do then? You reinvent yourself. You reinvent yourself by, first of all, acknowledging the rules of the game. See, this is where most guys screw up. Most guys, and in general, brothers in particular, we would rather keep it real and keep fighting and doing stuff the hard way versus saying, you know what, there's a more direct path. And the direct path is reinvention. Today I've had more people compliment me on my suit. Man, I love the suit you're wearing. I love the suit you're wearing. Guys, I am wearing a white shirt and a blazer. I'm wearing dark jeans. But it looks at first glance, even if you stand there and look at me like I'm wearing a suit. I reinvented my version of dressy casual. What does that do? That means for me, when I go out and just do my regular activities, just like you, living your life, people open it. If I don't have to stand in lines, people tend to open another register. I get served first. I get asked questions. People treat me with more respect because I carry myself in this manner. But let's say you come from a background with poor, broken family, bad history, poor credit. Guess what? You're just an American like everyone else. But you can make the decision to reinvent yourself. Start with the fundamentals. Realize that life is a game. Just like the series, The Game of Thrones, you play to win because the penalty is death. If you're going to reinvent yourself, you got to sign up and say, here are the rules. Okay, know the rules of the game. Image counts. Perception is reality. Everyone has an opinion. You get your own facts. When you start to reinvent yourself, you're going to have to start separating yourself from friends and family members and so-called loved ones who want you to keep it real or stay on that same level because they had the issue, not you. You will be called sellout, whatever. But let me tell you, those terms only exist in one segment of society. It's all about somebody was talking about the accessories. The accessories, yeah, as far as for my style personality, they do make a difference. It's really about the fit. Fit does more than anything else. But as you're reinventing yourself, give yourself room to make some mistakes. Look, you can't reinvent. I'm not saying go extreme, like a woman does a weave. You know how sometimes you'll see a woman with short hair, and next thing you know, she'll have long weave down the back of her neck. No, you need to do it in steps. You need to do it in steps. The first thing you need to do is reinvent the way you look at you. What do you think of you when you look in the mirror? What do you see? Most guys don't see a strong man. They don't see a good man. They don't see a leader. They don't see someone who's intelligent, attractive, or confident. They just see Rob. They just see James. No. Who is James? Is James just the dad? Is James just a painter? Is James just an accountant? Or is James a modern sexy savage who survived trials and tribulations, stuff that will make most people panic and give up to get to where he is right now, and he's done it with grace, dignity, and something to be respected and admired. It's all in the story you tell yourself. So, write down your story. What is your story? Let me give you an example of me. I am not the things that happen to me. I am how I choose to respond to those. I'm a black man born in 1969. I born to a single parent household. My father had 13 kids now. Grew up in the projects. I was skinny. I was a really cute kid, but that came with its own burden. People thought they didn't know if I was a boy or a girl until I was, 8 or 9 years old. A lot of times people would say, your daughter looks nice. They used to piss me off. I had a gap in my teeth. I wasn't particularly strong. But and these are all the things that I could have latched onto. People made fun of me, but I was also smart school. I could draw well, and I was good in math and science. I lived in the projects, but the projects didn't find me. Can you reinvent your reputation? Yes. Yes, you can. It's done every day. Look at former President Barack Obama. He wrote an entire book about his life. I did coke, I smoked weed, I was this, I was that. The United States is a very forgiving country. Black community in particular, what can't be forgiven is just outright lying to people. If you are a drug dealer, or if you've been on drugs, own it. If you're a former alcoholic, own it. If you're a reformed simp, own it. Let me give you an example. You guys ever watch O'Shea Duke Jackson's broadcast? He always talks about himself. I'm ugly, I got a big nose, I got something and so forth. Remember the movie 8 Mile with Eminem? The best thing he did in that rap battle was he said, I'm poor, I'm white trash, my girlfriend is a slut, my mama's a freak, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that, I'm all these other things. But I'm here. Now tell these people something about me that I don't know. Yes, you can reinvent your bad reputation. Look at your current president. How many times has that man filed bankruptcy? How many times has he been married? How many horrible things? How many things? Whether or not you like Donald Trump, you can at least draw something from each story. But the question that you ask, I'm going to use you an example, already tells me what you think about yourself. If you look at those things as hindrances, so will everyone else. Instead of looking at those things as being bad, look at those things as, hey, what you learn from them. Somebody give me an example of a bad reputation. I mean, tell me what you say, can you reinvent a bad reputation? A reputation for what? Everything has a silver lining. Everything. What you can't reinvent is a victim mentality. It takes a moment of clarity, a personal epiphany that every person has to have. But on this channel, it's men in particular. It's when we decide to take ownership and say, you know what? That happened to me, but it doesn't define me. That may be what happened, but that's not who I am. And then you reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. But you have to reinvent how you look at yourself.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.